In this video, I would like to explain about a difficult topic and important too which has given in the syllabus for digital assistant post, and the topic name is electrical and electronic measuring instruments. Before going to topic, I will make you to know the difference between electrical devices and electronic devices. Electrical devices are the devices which can convert electrical energy into different forms like light, heat, sound, etc. But in case of electronic devices, they can control the flow of electrons. This is the major difference between electrical and electronic devices. And one more difference is electrical instruments are responsible for measurement in current, and the electronic instruments are responsible for measurement in voltage. This is one more difference between electrical and electronic instruments. And coming to our topic, electrical measuring instruments are of two types. One is absolute instruments and another one is secondary instruments. The instruments which can measure in terms of deflection and instrument constant, they are known as absolute instruments, whereas the secondary instruments measure in terms of only deflection. That's why they are called as secondary instruments. Here, the secondary instruments are further classified into three types. One is indicating instruments, and another one is recording instruments, and the third one is integrating instruments. Here, if we come to know about indicating instruments, these are having three types of torques. One is deflecting torque, and one is controlling torque, and the other one is damping torque. Because of these three torques, indicating instruments can work properly. Now, I will explain what is the meaning of deflecting, controlling and damping torques. Okay, first one, deflecting torque. Deflecting torque can make the pointer to move from its zero position. Means it brings some motion in the pointer to move from zero position. Whereas controlling torque can control, in the name itself it is there, it can control. What it can control? It can control the deflecting torque. And the third one is damping torque. Here the main work of damping torque is to absorb the energy which is coming from the oscillations, and it bring that it can bring that pointer to rest position. This is about indicating instruments. And next concept is extension of range of ammeter, voltmeter and ohmmeter devices. Means we can extend the range of these devices. What are those devices? Ammeter, ohmmeter, voltmeter. We can extend their range by using some small modifications in their circuits. Okay, by doing some modifications we can extend their range. How? Means first of all, before going to know how can we extend the range of these devices, first of all we need to know what are these devices, what is the purpose of these devices in the circuit. First, mainly ammeter. Ammeter, we use ammeter mainly to measure the current in the circuit, and it is connected in the series in the circuit. Okay, and another one is ohmmeter. Ohmmeter is an instrument used for measurement of resistance, and it has very low accuracy. So that's why these ohmmeters are used in semiconductor diodes and continuity of circuits. A shunt type ohmmeter is very well suitable for the measuring of low value resistors. And next one is voltmeter. Voltmeter is a device which is used to measure the voltage in the circuit, and also it is connected parallel to the circuit. Ammeter is connected in series way, voltmeter is connected in parallel way. This is a major difference in between the arrangement of ammeter and voltmeter. That is connected in series and voltmeter is connected in parallel in the circuits. Okay, now if we come, How can we extend the range of these devices means we can extend the range of ammeter by connecting a shunt type of resistance. A shunt resistance, this is the main thing. We can extend the range of ammeter by connecting a shunt resistance parallel to it. We can connect shunt resistance parallel to ammeter to extend its range. And when we come to the voltmeter, here we can extend the range of voltmeter by connecting a multiplier. By connecting a multiplier, we can extend the range of voltmeter. Some more voltmeters are FET voltmeters, differential voltmeters. FET voltmeters are designed in a special way such that they can handle AC voltage, DC voltage and some resistance measurements. Among all FET voltmeters, AC voltmeter is a special one which is used to measure AC voltage. Another form of voltmeter is differential voltmeter. In the name itself, it can measure the difference between known voltage and unknown voltage. Another name for differential voltmeter is potentiometer. Why it is called as potentiometer means it works on the principle of potentiometer. So that's why another name of differential voltmeter is potentiometer. And the differential voltmeter are very accurate. Differential voltmeter accuracy చాలా హైగా ఉంటుంది. మనకు టూ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ డిఫరెన్షియల్ వోల్ట్మీటర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. దే ఆర్ AC differential voltmeters and DC differential voltmeters. Digital voltmeter is a voltmeter in which measuring units are converted into pulses by the analog to digital converter. In digital voltmeters, the most used analog to digital converter is dual slope integrating type ADC because it can give accurate results and it has high stability also. If we observe digital meters and analog meters, digital meters have more advantages than analog meters. They have less loading error and they can give accurate results and it have fast operating speed. So that's why we generally use digital instruments for the measurement of both analog and digital quantities. Digital signals are denoted by square waves and the digital memory is stored in the form of binary bits. Applications of digital instruments are computers, voltmeters, watches, etc. Ramp type digital voltmeters. ఇది ఎందుకు యూస్ చేస్తారంటే to measure the time taken to change from the level of input voltage to zero voltage. ఇన్పుట్ వోల్టేజ్ నుంచి జీరో వోల్టేజ్ రావడానికి ఎంత టైం తీసుకుంటుందో మెజర్ చేయడానికి ర్యాంప్ టైప్ డిజిటల్ వోల్ట్మీటర్స్ యూస్ చేస్తాము. ఇందులో నాయిస్ రిజెక్షన్ తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. సో దట్స్ వై అక్యురసీ కూడా కొంచెం తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది దీంట్లో. ద డిజిటల్ వోల్ట్మీటర్ ఈజ్ డ్యూయల్ స్లోప్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ టైప్ వోల్ట్మీటర్. It works on the principle of voltage to time conversion. Here it mainly used to measure DC inputs only. అంటే DC inputsని మాత్రమే మెజర్ చేయడానికి యూస్ చేసే డిజిటల్ వోల్ట్మీటర్ ఏది అంటే డ్యూయల్ స్లోప్ ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ టైప్. మీన్స్ ఐఎమ్ రిపీటింగ్ అగైన్, DC inputs, to measure DC inputs only we use dual slope integration type digital voltmeter. It gives accurate results and it is highly stable. Even when we used it in noisy environment, it can give accurate results. Another analog to digital converter type is successive approximation type. In this, it first converts the input signals to a frequency using VF converter. Here we can get a question like this: which converter is used by successive approximation type ADC? The answer is VF converter. The conversion time for successive approximation type ADC is equal to NT, while the conversion time for dual slope integration type ADC is 2 power n plus 1 minus 1 into T. మనము ఈ అనలాగ్ టు డిజిటల్ కన్వర్టర్స్ యొక్క కన్వర్షన్ టైమ్స్ని అసెండింగ్ ఆర్డర్లో అరేంజ్ చేస్తే అరేంజ్మెంట్ ఇలా ఉంటుంది. ఫస్ట్ సైమల్టేనియస్ ఏడీసీ, నెక్స్ట్ సక్సెసివ్ అప్రాక్సిమేషన్ ఏడీసీ, నెక్స్ట్ కౌంటర్ మెథడ్ ఏడీసీ అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ డ్యూయల్ ర్యాంప్ ఏడీసీ. ఈ కన్వర్షన్ టైమ్స్ యొక్క అరేంజ్మెంట్ మీద కూడా క్వశ్చన్స్ రావచ్చు. డిజిటల్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ మీటర్ కెన్ మెజర్ ఎ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ 10 Hz. ఒకవేళ హై ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ రేంజ్ని మెజర్ చేయాలంటే ఈ డిజిటల్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ మీటర్ ఫేస్ లాక్ లూప్ని యూజ్ చేస్తుంది. టు మెజర్ లో ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీస్ వీ యూజువలీ యూజ్ డిఫ్లెక్షన్ టైప్ frequency meters. Deflection type instruments are of two types. One is electrically resonant circuit and second one is ratio meter. Modern digital frequency meter ranges from 10 to the power of 4 to 10 to the power of 9 Hz. These digital frequency meter are used to measure transducers and also used to measure temperature, pressure and other physical values, and also it is used for testing radio equipment. Next concept is cathode ray tubes. Another name for cathode ray tubes is cathode ray oscilloscopes. మనకు ఎక్కువగా ఎగ్జామ్లో ఈ cathode ray oscilloscopesకు చెందిన అప్లికేషన్స్ మీద క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి. Cathode ray oscilloscopes are used for the measurement of power and power factor and for the measurement of degree of modulation, and it can use to steady transistors, and it is used for fault testing of windings in electrical machines. It is used to measure degree of modulation. These are the applications of cathode ray oscilloscopes or cathode ray tubes. All important question: which type of generator is used in radar system for determining the range of target is టైమ్ బేస్డ్ జనరేటర్. రేడార్ సిస్టమ్స్లో టార్గెట్ రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ టార్గెట్ని డిటర్మైన్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ చేసే జనరేటర్ ఏది అని అడుగుతారు. టైమ్ బేస్డ్ జనరేటర్ మన ఆన్సర్. ట్రిగ్గర్డ్ స్వీప్ సర్క్యూట్స్. వీ కెన్ రెడ్యూస్ సింక్రనైజేషన్ ఆఫ్ వేవ్ ఫార్మ్స్ ఇన్ 2 different ways. One is free running sweep and another one is triggered sweep. మోస్ట్లీ మనము ట్రిగ్గర్డ్ స్వీప్నే యూజ్ చేస్తాము సింక్రనైజేషన్ని తగ్గించడానికి. అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఫ్రీక్వెంట్లీ యూజ్డ్ ట్రిగ్గర్డ్ స్వీప్ సర్క్యూట్ ఈజ్ schemic trigger. The answer will come like this. The most frequently used trigger circuit is, the answer is schemic trigger. So another name for schemic trigger he will ask. The answer is voltage level detector. అంటే schemic trigger కి ఇంకొక పేరు voltage level detector. Moving coil instruments. Moving coil instruments works using Lorentz principle. It means here in moving coil instruments ఐరన్ కోర్ ఫిక్స్డ్గా ఉంటుంది, అంటే కదలకుండా ఉంటుంది. దాని చుట్టూ కరెంట్ క్యారింగ్ కాయిల్ రొటేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద ప్రిన్సిపల్ విచ్ ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ మూవింగ్ కాయిల్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్. Moving coil ammeters and moving coil voltmeters works on the same principle. We have two types of moving coil instruments. One type is permanent magnet type, which is used for DC work only. Another one is dynamometer type. It is used for both AC and DC work. The controlling technique in moving coil instruments is spring control. Spring control technique is the technique which is used to control moving coil instruments. We have two damping techniques in moving coil instruments. One is eddy current damping and another one is air friction damping. Eddy current damping is used for PMMC instruments. Air friction damping is used for dynamometer instruments. Next one, moving iron instruments. ఈ మూవింగ్ ఐరన్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్లో కరెంట్ క్యారింగ్ కాయిల్ ఫిక్స్డ్గా ఉంటుంది, మూవ్ అవ్వదు, బట్ ఐరన్ కోర్ రొటేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. అందుకే మూవింగ్ ఐరన్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ అని చెప్పారు. దేర్ ఆర్ టూ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ మూవింగ్ ఐరన్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్. వన్ ఈజ్ అట్రాక్టివ్ టైప్ అండ్ అనదర్ వన్ ఈజ్ రిపల్షన్ టైప్. Attractive type works on the principle of attraction while repulsion type works on the principle of repulsion. ఈ మూవింగ్ ఐరన్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్లో కంట్రోలింగ్ టెక్నిక్ వచ్చేసి స్ప్రింగ్ కంట్రోల్, డాంపింగ్ టెక్నిక్ వచ్చేసి ఎయిర్ ఫ్రిక్షన్ డాంపింగ్. మేజర్ ఎర్రర్స్ ఇన్ మూవింగ్ ఐరన్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్ ఆర్ hysteresis error and eddy current error. While the common errors in moving coil instruments and moving iron instruments are: one is frictional error, second one is temperature error, third one is frequency error, and fourth one stay magnetic field error. These are the common errors in both moving coil instruments and moving iron instruments. Next, induction type energy meter. This energy meter works on the principle of induction and it is an integrating instrument. We will get question like this: induction type energy meter is dash type of instrument. It is a integrating instrument. Okay, and this energy meter consists of four mechanisms. One is driving mechanism, second one is rotating mechanism, third one braking mechanism, and fourth one recording mechanism. In driving mechanism we have two magnets, shunt magnet and series magnet. The highly inductive magnet in driving mechanism is shunt magnet. Energy meter works on the principle of first phase induction motor principle. The object named spindle plays a major role in energy meter. When we keep a permanent magnet near to the spindle, its speed will increase. When we keep permanent magnet away from the spindle, its speed will decreases. The creeping error is a different error which occurs in induction type energy meter. To eliminate this error, two holes are drilled opposite sides of the disc diameter. Next, transformers. Transformers are used to measure very high values of AC currents and AC voltages. We have two types of transformers. One is current transformer and another one is potential transformer. In case of cost point of view, potential transformers are very high cost, so we are using capacitive voltage transformers in electrical substations. You will get question like this: which type of transformers are used in electrical substations? The answer is capacitive voltage transformers. Transformers are used to measure high voltage with low range voltmeter. They are also used in controlling and protecting circuits and circuit breakers. Instrument transformers are widely used in high tension circuit. ఇంకా లాస్ట్ టూ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి, పవర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ మీటర్ అండ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ మీటర్స్. పవర్ ఫ్యాక్టర్ మీటర్స్లో టూ సర్క్యూట్స్ ఉంటాయి, ఒకటి కరెంట్ సర్క్యూట్ అండ్ మరొకటి ప్రెజర్ సర్క్యూట్. కరెంట్ సర్క్యూట్ క్యారీస్ ద కరెంట్ ఇన్ ద సర్క్యూట్ while pressure circuit is connected across the circuit. We have two types of power factor meters. One is electrodynamometer and another one is moving iron type power factor meter. Power factor meter determines the types of load using on the line. To determine the type of load using on the line, we use power factor meter. Frequency meter usually displays the frequency of electrical signal. Types of resistances. There are three types of resistances. Low resistance, its value is up to 1 ohm, and medium resistance, its value is between 1 ohm to 100k ohms, and third one is high resistance, its value is 100k ohms and above. Among these three resistances, most of the electrical appliances are in medium resistance. Transducer. Transducer is a device which converts a physical quantity into an electrical signal. నా వీడియో మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్ చేయండి, మరిన్ని ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ విషయాలు అలాగే ప్రపంచంలో జరుగుతున్న విషయాలు తెలుసుకోవాలి అనుకుంటే మా ఛానల్ను సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. పక్కనే ఉన్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ని ప్రెస్ చేయండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.